So they'll all start coming in now.
Hello, everybody. This is exciting to see so many people joining us for our chat this morning. We've still got quite a few more people who are going to join us this morning. So can I just ask, while we're waiting for everybody to join the Zoom chat, that you just use the chat feature down the bottom and type in who you are, the role that you are in, and the age.
Can you come here, sweetie? Nicholas.
And just maybe mute if you've got some other activities behind you.
Hi, Train.
Yeah. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Trine. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Sarah.
Brownie. Birdie.
Hey, Brownie. Is that you, Brownie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I've got my video on mute. I'm in my jammies. No, I'm not.
You probably are.
So you know what to do?
Enough.
Thanks, Katrina, for kicking off.
Yeah, that's right. It's a challenging time.
Nice to see Fiona joining us from Tassie. Okay, so everybody sharing via the chat, and it just gives us all an idea of the different roles that we're in, and the different states that we're joining from. Janice, shall I get going?
Yeah, I think so. We've Fiona's just joining us now, so she should be able to hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Humphreys. I'm one of the co-founders of Inclusive Schools Australia, and my colleague Janice Atkin, who will chat to you in a minute about the tech side of things. But Janice and I last week were chatting about the challenges of moving learning from school to being home-based. And we thought this was a good opportunity to just reach out to our community and start a conversation to keep all of us connected, to find out what's going on for you at the moment. And we thought we'd base today's conversation around 3 questions. The first one, some sharing around what's actually working for you so far, or even if you've got your personal experience as a parent. I mean, I'm certainly sitting in the two camps here about what's working, and then the next question will be, well, what's not working? What are some of the issues and challenges you're experiencing, particularly acknowledging the fact that everybody's learning on the go here. We're learning at a very, very rapid pace, so we're not going to get it right every week, but is this an opportunity to connect with each other and problem solve together? And we'll finish with our last question. What are some of the solutions that you maybe have, or that we can brainstorm together? So we'll base it around those 3 questions today. And I'll just hand over to Janice to talk through some of the tech side of things.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. So today we are recording the chat, so we're hoping that we'll get some pieces of gold from all of you people that are on the ground and working with kids and working with teachers as well. So when we're recording, we're not actually recording your faces or anything like that, but we will be capturing the audio. And if you have your video on, when you're speaking, your picture will be recorded as part of the video feed. And we'll be collecting the chat transcript as well. And both of those will be, they'll be uploaded into our website so people can access them afterwards. So if you don't want your face to appear on the video, can I suggest before you add to the discussion, you just switch your video off, and that means that we'll just see your name or whatever title you've put in as your option when you're talking. You can, if you want to take your name off, if you go to the participants tab down the bottom of your menu, you can click on that, you can find your name, and if you hover over your name, you'll get a more button, and there's a drop down menu there that gives you the option to rename, and you can change your name. So if you don't want to have your name come up associated with the audio as well, then certainly you can do that if you need to. But I don't think there's going to be anything hopefully too controversial that people are saying. In terms of the discussion, because we have got a big group, we want everyone to be able to have a say. But the easiest way to manage that is if we can just be sure to be taking it in turns. So what you can do is if you want to discuss something or you have a question, if you can put it into the chat section, and we'll just keep monitoring the chat, and any questions that we feel we're not going to cover in what we've got planned, we'll actually raise those and add them to the list. And if people are, making points or sharing ideas and you like what they're saying, there's a reactions button down on the bottom right-hand side as well of your menu. You can click on the reactions and you can give them an applause or a thumbs up just to let them know that you like what they're saying. So rather than having to do it verbally and breaking into the discussion, you can just do it through those reactions. So if anyone gets stuck along the way, you can private message me just by opening your chat, and down the bottom where you add your message in, you can just send something to me if you're struggling with any of the technology, and we'll do some troubleshooting. But other than that, I'll hand back over to Sarah to start the conversation.
I've just learnt a lot already, actually, from that introduction. Thanks. So many new.
Leave the money on the fridge, Sarah.
Yeah, so let's just open up the conversation and ask people to join in. What's actually been working for you so far with this shift to learning from home? I'm happy to kick off from my perspective with my daughter. The one thing that I have found, she's just started year 7. The thing that's been most successful is when there has been some video contact with her teacher. And it's been pretty, there haven't been many opportunities for that, but I've just seen a huge lift in her interest and engagement, and the fact that you can see the other students as well participating, enjoying the chat features, some of them being silly as they may well be in the class as well, but definitely that face-to-face video interaction has certainly been something I've seen working well. If anybody wanted to add or make a comment in the chat, don't be shy. Alex agrees, yep. I can see Jenny typing.
I can join in. I'm in Dungog, and hello everybody. I might start with what's not working, because I did wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and see this news feed last night, and just decided I had to jump on really quickly, because there is that sense of panic in the middle of the night, particularly about how am I going to manage. So anything at the moment, we're just searching for anything that works. But what has been really good, especially working with students with special needs, was, as you said, that video contact. And we've been having Zoom during the term. We're having Zoom meetings at the beginning of each day, and then at around 1 o'clock, just to see how they were going and to support them further. And things like Google Classroom, which were amazing in that I could bring up my screen onto the Zoom and show the students each other's work, which they really enjoyed. So that was really nice. And the other thing, I'm working with the higher students, but Seesaw has been the other platform that teachers have found really useful with students with special needs, because it's much more hands-on. It's like having their own whiteboard at home where they could play around. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Pete.
I think that one of the questions there was around what platforms, and Fee, you just gave us some examples of what you're working with. I know Canvas as well has that option with the whiteboard. Even Zoom has an interactive whiteboard, and I think at the end of the day, the technology, what you use doesn't matter as much as reaching out and connecting with your students. One of the challenges I've found is, and maybe this is the reality of schools just trying to find their way, is being, my daughter being presented with 3 different platforms. And so that in itself is challenging, but I think that will probably settle down over time as people become, or schools decide what's going to be the way forward with them.